You asked for around two, so here it is, my favourite and least favourite bags from a range of luxury designers. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, glad to have you here. Those of you who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you're enjoying my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself and celebrating others. So, I recently did a favourite and least favourite from luxury brands that was inspired by a video I'd seen recently from Gwenny, and also a video that I'd seen a long time ago from Caitlin. And I released this, and I had a number of comments and DMs that said, really enjoyed this, would you do a second version with more brands? So of course I can't repeat any of the brands that I've done before. I've shared my favourite and least favourite out of their current collections, but there are many more brands out there, so I have another range of brands to take you through. We're going through Burberry, Tiffany, Prada, Lulu Guinness. We've got very different brands here. I'm excited to share with you, and there could even be a part 3 because there's still more brands where they came from. So let's kick things off with Burberry. And I'll be honest, Burberry was a brand that I pretty much liked every single item that they had. I didn't think there was a bad item out there from Burberry. I know some people are quite reserved when it comes to Burberry because they changed their classic features. Their resale value isn't quite as good, so if resale is important to you, it's not always the best brand. But they had some lovely, lovely items, and it's a great heritage brand. My favourite item from Burberry was the check print Freya tote bag. It has a classic Burberry check to it. Love the top handles. It's a little bit book tote style, which isn't a bag I would probably buy. I've said that I wouldn't buy a book tote, but this is £1,150, so it's much more towards, for example, the Rive Gauche YSL. So it's a much more reasonably priced travel bag, capsule, throw in everything, and it also comes with a leather shoulder strap. It looks to be well thought through, has a front pocket, also has the interior pieces. It's a great item. Throw an organiser in this. It's got great structure, would be hard wearing, has feet on the bottom. I don't think you can go wrong with this. A very close second, and I was really debating what the right item was to say was my favourite, because I was loving this beautiful green, I think it's called the Lola flat bag. It's about £1,700. It has one of the newer Burberry logos to it, but it's absolutely beautiful. I believe it's a lambskin piece. It's stunning, the colours that they brought this out in. There were so many variations of it. The green was the one that happened to particularly capture me, but there was a yellow, there was a blue, there were more classic colours as well. It was absolutely stunning. This would be a great alternative to, for example, a Dior Caro, if you were interested in the Caro bag, but maybe didn't want to spend quite that amount of money. This could be a great option for you. A lot of them came with silver hardware as well, and as you know, I'm a silver hardware fan. Great item, loved it very much. The green is beautiful. Quick correction, it's £1,500, not £1,700. Makes it even better. Now, like I said, there wasn't a bad bag from Burberry. This is just one that isn't particularly my style, and also I think the handles might be a little bit uncomfortable. And this is a small leather pocket bucket bag. Aesthetically, it's quite sweet. Bucket bags aren't my thing, so naturally, that's going to be one of the styles that ends up in my least favourite for most brands because it's just not my vibe. This one is a nice version of it. The only thing I'm unsure of with this is the fact that it has those handles that have the cutouts in them, and it's all a singular piece that's part of the bag. It looks really nice. I can imagine that's quite rigid and could therefore hurt your hand if you're gripping it or if it's too heavy. That's my only thought on it. And also, because it is a singular piece, if it does become more supple and starts to slouch a little bit, the rest of the bag will be pretty structured and then the handles will have started to crumple, so it could age quite quickly as well. That would be my only thought on it. But it looks to be well thought through. It reminds me a tiny bit of a garden kind of plant pot, a little bit, but it's a nice item, 5, 6 out of 10, which when you're talking least favourites, isn't bad at all. I do like this, I think it's nice, but it's just not for me. Oh, and it's £1,000, £990. Now let's go to Celine, and there'll be no surprise what my favourite bag from Celine is. I love the Celine luggage, as you know. Love a top handle bag, love the fact that it has almost the wings to it. It's a beautiful item. I know this has ended up on many people's bags that have since the trend has passed. I still love the Celine luggage. I look at them frequently. I've been looking to purchase one on the pre-loved market, as they are one that doesn't tend to hold its value so well, so you can get a great deal. I love the grey. I love it in the mini size, so the largest size that you can get. However, if I saw one come up in a beautiful bright pink, bright yellow, bright blue, bright green, I would love a really vibrant Celine, almost like you can get the Phantoms in from time to time on the pre-loved market. So one of these will end up in my collection. It's my favourite style, the trapeze, the luggage, the Phantom. Love that range. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Phoebe Philo era, Celine, absolutely love. Big win. Celine was another brand that actually there wasn't anything that I particularly disliked. There were things that, there wasn't a huge amount that I loved, but there wasn't anything that I particularly disliked. It all kind of fell into that 6 out of 10 category for me, whereas for me, a Celine luggage is like 9 out of 10. But the piece that probably that I don't gravitate towards as much is the small box Queer Triomphe in smooth calf skin. This comes in a range of different colours. It comes in a beautiful bright yellow. It comes in tan. It's a nice item. My things with this is it looks a little bit like a trinket box, which is probably what they were going for with it, but I just don't see the point in it. I don't see the purpose of it. For a bag this size, this impractical, I would far sooner purchase a Jacquemus Le Chiquito, something along those lines, for £500, opposed to the £11.50 that this is. This will be beautifully crafted. The strap is very well thought out as well, because it can be shortened to become a top handle, but it can also be extended. It is clever. It is a clever bag, but don't love the trinket box style. Think the logo is too large on the front of it. It's just not particularly my taste, and it's very expensive for what it is. But it's a nice enough item. This probably is a 4 out of 10 for me, but I even don't think that's terrible considering looking at brands gone by. You know, when I was looking at Dior, for example, there were some items that would be a 2 out of 10 generously. So a 4 out of 10 for a least favourite, pretty good. In the yellow, probably a 5 out of 10. Like it. It's okay. It's okay. Now to Prada, and there's probably no surprise as to what my favourite Prada bag is. You know the style of bag that I love and the structure. So I absolutely love the Prada Galleria in the largest size, in the beautiful white. What a stunning, simple, classic top handle bag. This with a couple of scarves wrapped around the handle. Simplicity, elegance, beauty. Absolutely love it. It's about £2,700, £2,800, which is a huge amount of money, but I think for the beauty of this particular item, the subtlety of it, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind paying that for it. However, again, it's another one that you can get a great deal on the pre-loved market. Prada doesn't hold its value brilliantly, particularly these types of bags. They don't hold their value quite so much, so you can get some great options. And Prada do tend to change their top handles. We've had the double bag and the Galleria and the Saffiano Luxe Zip and all of these different bags over the years. So as they bring out a new version, the old ones inevitably lose a little bit of their value. So you can get some great deals, but this is a beautiful, classic, sophisticated item. Love it. Now, there were two that I just wasn't a fan of massively from Prada, and the one that is my main least favourite is because it's the similar style to another bag brand, and I've really disliked their version of it as well. This is the padded Napa tote bag from Prada. It is a leather padded bag, but it's very similar to the Mulberry Softie, or should I say the Mulberry Softie is similar to this, because that came out, I think, second to this. This is £3,000, £2,900. Yes, it's pillowy. Yes, the leather will be lovely. Like the fact that it's got a slightly more subtle kind of embossed logo into the leather. However, I just don't understand the purpose of these types of bags. The handles, I cannot stand. Those really large, bulky handles that as soon as you grab them will squish. Don't like that in the slightest. I've been able to really get behind. It's not something that I have a huge amount of interest in. Quilting, by all means, love quilting. This very overly pronounced airbed type of bag, not for me. Don't like this version. Certainly don't like it at a £2,900 price point. Is it better than the Mulberry Softie? I think it is, but marginally. Therefore, for the fact that the Mulberry Softie is more than half the price, I think I would probably go for the Mulberry if someone said you have to pick one of the two. Yeah. I'd rather take the Mulberry and keep the change. If someone gave me £3 and said you have to buy one of them, take the Mulberry, keep the change. But it certainly wouldn't be either of them that I would want to walk away with. And the next one from Prada that was just a bit of a funny one, I didn't really understand it, was this woven mesh bag. It's okay, but I just didn't really understand it. It's kind of an overdone sports bag. Did anyone else used to use those types of PE bags when you were at school, the kind of drawstring type of bag? Normally a Nike one or something along those lines. I certainly did, you know, a boot bag. This just looks like a very fancy version of that. I like the colours, I like the blue and the black together, I think they're very nice. But it's just designed for design's sake. Was anyone asking for this? Did any of you ask for this? I certainly wouldn't, but, you know, I don't work at Prada, what do I know? Let's talk Tiffany! Like they would shout in the Moulin Rouge. So Tiffany obviously isn't as well known for its leather goods as it is for its jewellery pieces, but they do some really nice leather goods, and of course they make them in that exceptional Tiffany blue. But one of my favourite items when it comes to Tiffany is the shopper tote bag that they create, because it's designed to look like a Tiffany shopping bag. They used to do this with the exterior being the Tiffany blue, but they started to create it in black. And I really, really like that because it's subtle, it's impactful, does look like a shopping bag, and I love the fact that it has that beautiful blue interior. The contrast of the turquoise with the black exterior, exceptional, very nice. I have seen this in the flash. It is beautiful. The leather is lovely. The handles are a great length, so you can carry it by hand if you wanted to, but you could also carry it on your shoulder. Very versatile, very practical. £1,250, I don't think is unreasonable. Tiffany is an exceptional brand. This is very, very nice. It wasn't a bad Tiffany bag. They were all minimum 6 out of 10s for me. This one actually is probably a 7, but it's just my least favourite, the one I would be least likely to purchase out of the whole range. And this is the micro toe. And it's very nice, it's simple, it's elegant. I like the fact that it's got the blue that contrasts with the black exterior. Very nice, silver hardware, shoulder strap, top handle, lovely. The only thing is it would just be too small for me. But it's a very nice item. Like it very much. I think it's a reasonable price point at £1,150. Just wouldn't necessarily work for my lifestyle, but that doesn't make it a bag that I dislike. It just means that it's one that I wouldn't buy. So there we are. Tiffany has some good options. Let me know what you think. Go and have a look. Now this next one is a bag that I'm really considering buying. Please tell me what you think of it, because it's my favourite from this brand and I'm really tempted by it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So please do tell me if you think it would work. This is from Sophia Webster. I told you we were doing different brands. We're even branching out into the shoe brands. Sophia Webster signature butterfly shoes, as we know Sophia Webster for. However, also does beautiful bags, novelty bags. And what's beautiful with this particular item is the flossy clutch for £325. This comes in a beautiful range of colours, however I love it in this multicolour. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's quite a large clutch, and that butterfly at the front you can actually slip your hand under, so you don't have to hold it by the bottom of the bag. You can put your hand through that butterfly and hold the bag like that. It is beautiful. It comes with a shoulder strap as well. It's got matching heels if you wanted to get the matching heels. Wonderful. £325. Very impactful, very playful. I'm really, really tempted by this because I think it is a signature piece from Sophia Webster, and I think it's impactful. I think you would notice this. It's one of those items, like I said in my evening bag video, you don't have to spend £1 million to feel £1 million. You know, this is a clutch bag for £325 that would turn everybody's head. You don't have to have a Chanel clutch to turn everyone's heads. You can do it with an item like this. Beautiful. Please let me know what you think. I'm obsessed with it. Now my least favourite, and I seem to be saying this a lot for these brands at the moment, don't I? But again, there wasn't one that I particularly disliked. The reason that I've gone for this particular least favourite is because, similar to what I said about the Moschino bag that was my least favourite, this I just don't think leans into the playfulness of Sophia Webster quite so much. And this is the Margot clutch. It is a beautiful item and it has this beautiful kind of crystal brooch detailing. It looks to be in a satin with a gold shoulder strap. It's a little bit antique in its look, almost like a larger antique coin purse. It's sweet, and this is probably for their bridal collection. It's very nice. It's just not as playful as I think it could be, but these brands don't just try to satisfy customers who love things to be very loud and very vibrant and very bold. They also like to satisfy a more subtle customer as well, and that's probably what this is trying to do. It is very nice, just not quite as fun as I think some of the other Sophia Webster pieces are, which I think is what Sophia Webster is all about. It's about playfulness. This just slightly misses the mark on that sense, but I would still say this is minimum a 6 out of 10. It's very nice. I like it. Another bag that I haven't been able to get off my mind since I started putting together the list for this video. I first saw this particular bag style on Sophie's Show Hat back in 2017, something along those lines, 2018 maybe. And I absolutely loved it ever since, and I will definitely find one because I think it suits me down to the ground, particularly this variation of it. This is the beautiful, embellished Christian Louboutin Paloma toe in the medium size with this crystal embellished detailing and the multicolour crystals and CLs across it in the beautiful blues. This is stunning. Black base leather, red accents, the beautiful crystal detailing, practical size, comes with a shoulder strap, top handle, structured, fun, playful, love it. What's also great with this, it has all that embellishment on the front. If you didn't want that to be as noticeable, flip the bag round and it's plain up on the back. I love it so much. £2,125. These have gone up a lot over the years, and I know this version is a little bit more expensive than some of the versions that aren't embellished, but this has certainly seen a number of price hikes over the years. Understandably so though, it is a beautiful item and was a great step out from the brand, from being predominantly known for shoes into moving into leather goods as well. They've done a great job with their leather goods, beautiful collections. Don't hold their value quite so well on the resale market. So again, if you're looking pre-loved, this could be a great option for you. It could be a great option for me, but it's a beautiful item. Love it. A bag that has a very specific feature that I cannot stand on any item, and it shares a similar feature with another bag that's coming up. This is the Christian Louboutin Frangibus small bag in this multicolour fringe. The colour combo is nice, it's nice and bright. This would be a great beach bag, this could be a great holiday bag. It's playful, like the stud detailing on it. It's interesting, but cannot stand the fringing. I have a real thing about fringe. I just don't like it whatsoever. I also think that could get dirty very quickly, it can mat very quickly. That fringe will age the bag. That will be what gets messed up first, and the rest of the bag might not be in bad condition, but that fringe will be, and that will be what ruins that particular bag very quickly. I also find that the body of the bag, whilst I like the pattern, if I look at it too much, it starts to make my eyes go a little bit funny and it starts to give me a bit of a headache. So it's almost slightly optical illusion, which is nice for a minute, but when I look at it too much, I kind of need to blink and look away from it. So yeah, that's my only thought on this. I think it will age poorly. I think it will age badly. But, you know, it's nice enough. It's fine. I just, fringe, no. No to fringe. Another one that's on my list that I'm currently debating, I went and saw it a few days ago. This is the Kurt Geiger London XXL shoulder bag in the beautiful tie-dye rainbow. It's so fun, it's so vibrant. The XXL is a fantastic size. I've been thinking about adding another XXL to my collection for a little while, been looking for the right version. This could potentially be it. I went in to see it in store to decide whether or not it was going to be the right thing for me, and I loved it even more in person. It has silver hardware, which you all know is an absolute win. I do think this is me in a bag. I really do. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. It's my current favourite from the Kurt Geiger collection, and that's no easy feat because they have some fantastic bag styles at the moment. If you're not a Kurt Geiger fan or have never bought from Kurt Geiger before, this is the collection to start looking at because this is the best collection that they have ever had. And I was talking to my sales associate about this when I was there last, and we both said they have never done a better collection. They are really upping their game, and I think it's fantastic. They do a lot of matching shoes to the bags as well, so if matchy-matchy is your thing, this could be the collection for you. It's a beautiful item, I'm so debating it. If you are going to buy it, if you live in the UK particularly, or actually I think they ship internationally, but don't buy from Kurt Geiger itself, buy from Selfridges. It is cheaper in Selfridges than it is at Kurt Geiger. I think it is $319 or $339 at Kurt Geiger. It is $299 at Selfridges. So there you go, little tip for you. My least favourite is a bag that is designed for design's sake, and you all know I'm not a fan of overdone design or pointless design. This is the Mini Drench from Kurt Geiger London. It's a beautiful colour, it's £189, beautiful colour, love the blue, love the hardware. It's a great item. They have ruined it with these 3 jewels on the front of it. I don't understand the point of them. Why? It would have been a great standalone piece without them. Why did they need them? Why do they need to be that size? Why couldn't they have had that base leather with tiny versions of those jewels all across it? Why couldn't they made it fully embellished like that? Why did they have to do these 3 bulky, they look like portholes, don't they? Almost like, yeah, on a boat. Portholes on a boat. That's what they remind me of. I don't understand the point of them. I think they are ugly. Ugh, way to ruin what could have been a really nice bag. It really has ruined it. It's really, really ugly. Oh, they're bigger than the logo. They are bigger than the eagle emblem on the front of the bag. What was the point? Oh, ruined it. Ruined it. Oh well, I'm not in their design team, so what can I tell you? Not my normal style of bag, but I just happen to really love this particular variation from this brand. And this is from Forêt Lepage. And this is the Calibre 21. It's a bit more of a satchel style, which really is not my normal style. This would be more of a crossbody bag than anything I can imagine, although I would probably try and use it top handle as much as possible. But I just love this. I think it is beautiful. It comes in a couple of sizes. There's the 21 and the 27. I personally preferred the 21. I just think it's a really nice little item, would be practical enough to throw in everything you need for a day, has a nice little design detail to it, like the fact that it's got a base material and then it's got the canvas in its kind of emblem on the front, which they've also crafted into a pocket. It's very well thought through. It's about €1,000. They really thought this bag through. You can tell that it's been designed with the customer in mind whilst trying to stay true to their particular brand aesthetic. Top points for this, it's a lovely item. A very close second was the Express 33, and this was one that when I saw it off the model, I wasn't massively captivated by, but on the model, I really liked it. Again, a bit of a satchel style, but it looks fantastic on the model. Really like the strap with this actually. This could be a really nice work bag. It's great fun. It's still got some really nice design details to it. It comes in 2 colours. It comes in the red and the green. It's beautiful. I would probably opt for it in the green, but it's beautiful. And I like the fact that you have the mixture of materials. You have the logoed material, plus then you have a solid material as well. It's been really well thought through. It's a lovely item. Like I said, this could be a really nice work bag option. I liked this very much. They didn't have anything as well that I particularly didn't like, but you know, as per all things with these types of lists, you have to choose something. So I chose the Forêt Lepage Boho 15. The only reason being, I didn't really understand what you would use it for. Didn't really understand the point of it. It's a little bit too small to be practical. Didn't love the top handle bit to it. I thought the chain was a little bit too extended. I could get it as a crossbody, but it didn't make a huge amount of sense, I think, with that particular top handle. I just didn't love it. It's been thought through, and I do again like the fact that you have elements of logoed material plus a solid material, but out of everything, it was just the one that captivated me the least. I'd be least likely to purchase. Didn't make a huge amount of sense to me in terms of its usage. That's all. Nice enough. Just not for me. We're down to our final 2 brands, everyone, and we are going to YSL or Saint Laurent. And again, no surprises here as to what my favourite Saint Laurent bag is, but there were 2 that were really quite close actually. My favourite has to be, and it's a small bag, but it is this kind of nano sac de jour in this beautiful green mock croc. I love this. I love the structure of the sac de jour. I particularly love it in mock croc. I think it's exceptional. Beautiful. Love the tag on it. Love the top handles. Comes with a strap. Comes with feet. It's incredible. I would love to own a sac de jour. I very nearly purchased a hot pink sac de jour back in November. I happened to see one on the Real Fashion Files, something like that. And I was so tempted to buy it because it was at a great price and the import fees would have been worth it. but someone snapped it up before I could, but it was a beautiful hot pink medium-sized sac de jour. Loved it. But this smaller size is stunning, in the mock croc, in the green, beautiful, great option. The second one that I love from Saint Laurent, this was a really difficult choice because they are very different bags, is the Rive Gauche, and I love it in this striped material, in this blue and cream stripe. It's very nautical, it's fun, it's easy. This could be a great day bag, a great travel bag, a beach bag, a very bougie beach bag, but I know that's what some people use these for, a great shopper. It's a lovely item, and it's at a much more reasonable price point than, for example, the Dior book tote. So as an alternative, I would personally gravitate more towards the Rive Gauche because I actually prefer the Rive Gauche anyway. But I also think it's at a much more reasonable price point. It's very similar to the Burberry Freya tote that I spoke about at the start, or the Gucci versions as well, but it's a lovely item, good option. My least favourite, and this again is because of a very specific part of the bag, the college medium chain bag in suede with the fringe. It's because of the fringe. I like the college bag, I think it's a nice item. I like the suede. I like the colour that this one's in. I think it's lovely. I like all of the colours that they bring this out in. The fringe I cannot stand. And what I like even less about this fringe is that it hangs lower than the bag. That will just be so annoying. Imagine standing at a checkout, someone ringing through your stuff, and all of a sudden you've got to try and find your wallet, your card, whatever it is. And you're trying to scoop the fringe out of the way in order to be able to lift up the flap of the bag. Then you flip it over and the fringe is going everywhere and it's like, whoa! That is what this makes me think. I mean, I'm making it sound like the fringe is like 3 meters long. It's not, but it would just be frustrating. Also, I can imagine that again will be the first thing to get dirty. That will be the first thing that gets ruined. It will make the bag look more worn than it is. It will wear fast, and I think the fringe is what will do that to it. So this is a no from me. If you own it, good for you. It's not terrible. There was nothing at YSL that I thought was awful, but I just really dislike this fringe. I dislike fringe. What can I tell you? What can I tell you? Last, but by no means least, let's go to Lulu Guinness. Lulu Guinness just creates really fun pieces that are famous for the signature lips motif, and a lot of you have probably seen the lips clutch. They do kind of perspex or acrylic lips clutches. They do them in a range of sizes, and they come with chains, etc. About £300. But my favourite version of the lips clutch, this is my favourite item from Lulu Guinness, is this beautiful medium-sized clutch in the red silk or satin with the Swarovski crystals all over it. You know that red isn't my favourite colour, however I think it's very signature Lulu Guinness. This is beautiful as well because the zip pull almost is designed to look like a lipstick. It's very, very well thought through. It comes with a chain, a gold hardware chain. It's beautiful, very impactful, a bit of a showstopper. I would carry this exclusively as a clutch. I wouldn't use it as a shoulder bag, but only because I think it looks more impactful when it's in your hand opposed to being sat on your hip. But it's a beautiful item. It's very fun, but all of the lips clutches are very, very nice. Definitely worth a look at. And it's £500. So for a Swarovski crystal designer item, I don't think that's a bad price point. It's very, very nice and very well thought through. There was, however, another bag that just for its playfulness, I had to mention to you today. And this is the Sea Blue number 12 Portobello House handbag. And this comes in 3 colours. There's a black, a pink, and this beautiful sea blue. I love the sea blue because I love the blue-based material with the pink accents. But this is a shoulder bag. It's fun. It's the way that you get into it is by lifting the roof off of the house. I mean, how playful is this? It's £325. So if you know someone who loves novelty and who enjoys an item to just be very fun, very playful, very different, this could be a great option for them without having to spend an absolute fortune. And you know that if this item were to be brought out by somewhere like Chanel, this would be like £9,000. So the fact that you can buy it from a brand like Lulu Guinness and it's just part of their collection for £325, wonderful. I love it. I think it's really playful. Good one, Lulu Guinness. And my least favourite, not because it's a ugly item, not because it's a bad item in any capacity. It's actually very nice. It's just very bland for the brand. and this is the Sage Leather I Love Lulu Garbo tote bag, but it also comes in black and it also comes in grey. Lulu Guinness for me is all about playfulness, whimsy, fun. And this to me just misses an element of that. It's similar to what I was saying about Moschino and brands such as Moschino, who are very well known for their playful designs. That's what Lulu Guinness signifies to me. This just misses it, but they're probably catering to their client who maybe wants something that's a little bit more subtle, who doesn't want to carry around a house as a handbag. So I get it. But what I also don't love about this particular item is that it's a vertical tote opposed to a horizontal tote. I'm not as much a fan of vertical tool bags opposed to horizontal bags because I find them more difficult to carry. But it's a nice item, it's subtle, I actually really like it in the grey. It's a very nice alternative to a couple of the Aspinall of London variations. So if Lulu Guinness is more your scene than Aspinall, this could be a really nice variation too. I think it's their essential tote. But for me, it just misses some of the whimsy that Lulu Guinness is all about. So there we have it, everyone. That's my list. I would love to know what your thoughts are. Are there any brands that you would like me to do in a round 3? I know I've missed, for example, a brand like, I don't know, Ferragamo or something along those lines. So I can absolutely do more if you would like me to. Let me know what you think of this particular list, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now. Mwah.